So, Phil, for you've been around the game for a long time. I've followed you for a while, but the sport's growing fast. So for like the newer fans and stuff, how did you first get started in mixed martial arts?
I started off doing a BJJ, so I used to get picked on at schools. I did the BJJ, and then started really doing quite well. I win a lot of competitions, and but nobody cared about BJJ. Everyone was talking about MMA,
Right.
So I'll give a go at that, and I did okay, So here I am.
Yeah, I mean, you've done well. You've become a great martial artist. Honestly, you made your debut in 2009 and went on a big run, and then you make your UFC debut against Stipe Miocic of all people.
Yeah.
So you fight UFC. You go through M1. You fought in Bellator once, I believe, and then you found your home in KSW. You seem to have turned a corner because you've won how many straight now, man? It's been 1, 2, 3, 4.
8.
You've turned the corner. What's been behind that? What has there been a change in camp, a change in how you're training, a change in what?
Well, I've talked about this a lot. I had chronic anxiety my entire life. I was kind of raised with it. I had quite a rough upbringing, and it was just hell really. So I developed this chronic anxiety, but I didn't really know what anxiety was. It's that I was raised with it. I always had
Right.
it, So kind of like fighting, I hated it, and it just kind of spiraled and got worse and I got older and I started drinking, doing drugs and things, and I kind of I would just despise fighting. I would hate it. A lot of fights in the UFC, the Stipe fight, the Mitrione fight, the Duffy fight, I bottled it and I lost my bottle and I got scared and didn't even fight, So, but then I had kind of became a full-time alcoholic.
Right.
Went right out of shape, had a year off, and I was I was mad. I was totally up the walls, crazy, And I thought this is not normal, Phil. You need to something's not right here. But I still didn't acknowledge the fact I had chronic anxiety. So I googled irrational fear of everything, and it said, anxiety, and I was like, anxiety. I've heard of that. And so I went to the doctor and I got some pills. And then 3 months later, no anxiety. The anxiety was totally lifted, and I was much happier. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good!" And that's when the 8-fight win streak happened. Honestly, it's like a superpower. I was so terrified of fighting before. Now I enjoy it. And I'm getting better. So the pills from the doctor fixed me.
That is crazy. That's amazing, actually. I said you sounded like Tyson Fury. He's going through the same situation. Well storied, man. It's important. I've got some very close family members that got the same issue, and I see there's a big stigma around oh, don't take pills and stuff like that, but man, there is a time and place where that is absolutely necessary.
I mean, I was so lucky, because other people with anxiety, I tell my story all the time, and they've come, Phil, I've got terrible anxiety too, and I say, I'm on these pills, and the other people have not had the same luck. The pills just haven't worked for them at all. Whereas
Right.
I was so lucky that the first thing the doctor tried just fixed me. So I'm blessed in that respect. But I did some counselling and things, but I think the doctor keeps trying to talk me off the pills now. But there's no side effects.
Right.
What am I retired? And I don't have to fight people anymore. Then we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah. So let's move on to fighting a little bit. KSW, you have done fantastic since joining. What's been your experience with the promotion itself? Everybody I talked to from KSW absolutely loves it. What has been your experience with them?
Oh, I mean, I think they're great, And, I mean, when I came in, I was the massive underdog against Andrzejczak, who's the Polish hometown fighter.
Yeah.
And I took his span at the work, so I was meant to win, and I won. And I thought, hey, they're gonna try some funny tricks to get rid of me here, They don't want a British champ, but they've been nothing but great. They've built me. They've been as promotions go, I've never had a promotion treat me so well. I mean, business is business,
Right.
Things could change, but I've never been treated so respectfully of a promotion in my life, and they pay me well. I think they're great, But you never know what's going to happen. Business is business, but they've treated me better than any other promotion in my life.
So tell me about the Polish fans. They are rabid over their fighters, huh? Have they accepted you pretty well?
Well, yeah, I think the grow that I've grown them a little bit. When I first beat Andrishak, or the arena felt silent, you could hear a pin drop, But they've grown, and but a lot of them don't like that Narcon who I fought, So when I beat Narcon, my fan base increased a lot, And
Yeah.
I quite like me as a person, So I am growing on them.
I guess it's kind of hard when you're steady going in there beating their fighters, huh?
Yeah, they're a very passionate bunch of fans. I think a bit like the Japanese. They get right behind it. And they get right into it, and they're a very very good bunch of fans. I think. I mean British MMA fans are extremely fickle. I think Polish MMA fans are a bit nicer.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with that there. So you're fighting Darko Stosic, defending your title. This guy's good. He's very good. He's been in the UFC, but he had a few losses as well going in there. What's your camp like going into this fight? What's your mindset going in this fight with Darko?
Oh, it's been. I mean, I never take anyone for granted. I've been through hell in this camp. I think I had a
Right.
nervous breakdown. I think I was on the verge of being overtrained because the fight got put back 2 weeks, another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. I was in camp like 6 weeks long, and I pushed my body to the limits. I feel great, and I think I'm better than him, man. I'm like going to be 20 kilograms bigger than him with this weight cut, So I think it's going to be. I feel very confident, but he is good and he's very explosive.
Very, very, and it should be a fun fight. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what the fans want to see. But it's not always possible. There's some fighters that have to go out there and like when Israel fought Robert Whittaker this last time, it wasn't the most exciting fight, especially the compared to the first time. But at the same time, you, the fighter, still have a job to do, and that is to defend your belt. And I feel like fans are often entitled when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I mean, I always look for the. I mean, my start, like I think it's to do with when I had the mental health and stuff being so. I want to totally dominate people, and I feel like your first round has to be your hardest round. I'm always going to try and kill them as soon as possible. That's just my style. So I can understand where championship fighters want to keep the belt for long as possible by being boring. That might work for them, but that wouldn't work for me with my style. I want to smash them. And like, if I take a back seat, I think I'll start I call it like letting the. I mean, I don't think you
Yeah.
letting like a little bitch. I say if you start being a little bitch, you got to start or like not going for it as hard. So I have to go hard, and I can't take a back seat. Like just for my mentality, really. But if people, I mean, I'm in it to make money as well. That works for me. If being on the back pedal works for other fighters, good for them. It's all about getting paid.
So you're all about conquering your inner bitch, huh?
Yeah, cause once you let that little bitch in, he's got you. You know what I mean? You let him in once, and he's in there. So I can't let him in. I've got rid of him once. I don't want him back in.
Nope, keep him out. All right, one more question before I let you go. Why should I know why, but obviously you got to do your little tag. Why should everybody tune in and watch KSW 67?
Because I'm going to kick some ass and get the finish and get the KO. It's going to be some great other fights. And KSW have got some of the highest production values in the MMA world. It's like Pride. It's a spectacle. You should enjoy it. You should try it.
Awesome, Phil. Appreciate you coming on, man. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Phil the Freeze MMA is my handle across all the social media.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Good luck. I'll be pulling for you, and hopefully we'll speak soon.
Definitely. Thank you, Blake. Cheers, mate.